Where's Baxton? Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you, Kenny.
Mwah. Love you, Sha. Sha, love you, love you, love you. So Sha's the Florida Love Show singer. She sings the Florida Love Show theme song you just heard. So I love the end. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. So yeah, go out and love everybody. So I love you all out there. Welcome to the Florida Love Show. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, please comment. Please let me know you're there. Comment live. Let's spread the love all over the world. So I created Florida Love. This is my dream. My dream since I was born, that we all love each other as human beings. So I created Florida Love to spread love in the Florida community, transform the world with love, such that we spread love to the whole world and create world love. So today we're going to be loving two of the most beautiful women. I mean, they're wearing the most gorgeous African, like, garb, dresses, outfits that are like amazing. I mean, they are so beautiful. Now, here's what I love about love. I just met them today. And it's taken weeks to have this happen because Afua was moving to Florida from Utah. How long was the drive from Utah, Afua?
Not too long. Well, it took us about 5 days.
5 days?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've been planning for weeks. God is love. Again, I'm just going to put this up. So this is my wallpaper on my phone. God is love. And if you say I love you to one human being, it spreads love to all human beings. You don't have to love all 10 billion or as many billion human beings as we have in this world. You just love one. And that spreads to all human beings. So that's the power of love. And God is love. So Afua and Yah, we've been planning this. It's meant to be. And I met Yah on Facebook, and then I met Afua through Yah. This is how love spreads, by saying I love you. So I love you both so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I'm so excited of the show because we're going to be loving their dad, Peter, who passed away 2020 during COVID. He passed away in Africa, in Ghana. And he's such a handsome, beautiful man. I mean, I just see such love when I see him. And so we're going to love him. The show's dedicated to Peter, their dad. And to love them, to love Africa, to love Ghana, to create world love. So I just want to show you a few pictures quickly, okay? First thing, look at this picture. Look how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
So when I met Yah, I looked in her eyes and I saw pure love. And when I speak to people, I just look in their eyes because that's all I need to see. And so love is the absence of judgment. Love is the absence of prejudice. It's the absence of race, of color, of sex, of anything. Yeah. It's just, we're all human beings. We're all the same. We all have blood. So Yah to me is just pure love. You are just pure love. Yah. Pure love.
As
and
we
I'm
all
so,
are.
They gave me the
As
best
we all
hugs
are.
today. I love you guys so much. So I just want to show something because to me this is really important.
We are all love.
So there's one race, the human race. And when I see these two kids, I see two beautiful children, two beautiful human children. And I look in their beautiful eyes. And I just see pure love. So there's one race, the human race. So let's all love each other. And the other thing is, I could pass right now. So we only have now to love each other. We can all pass right now. You know, like, so let's all love each other. I say I love you to everybody. I say I love you to everybody because that's pure freedom. And you know, I want to also show you something which is pretty wild. So I call it love karma. But karma, what goes around comes around. Keep your circle positive. Speak good words, think good thoughts, do good deeds. So my neighbor just moved in, and I just loved her. I mean, I met her in the laundry room, just moved in. And I gave her 24 roses. So she goes, I have a gift for you. She gives me a rose quartz. Beautiful, pure love, pure love. And we just love each other so much just by saying, I love you. Next thing that happens is she writes me this week and she goes, I put a gift by your door. I go to my door and there's this like amazing avocado sitting by my door. I was in tears. So that's what love is all about. The more love you put out, the more you'll get back. That's what love karma is all about.
Yeah.
So I want to show you their beautiful dad because look how handsome he is. Your dad is so handsome.
Thank you.
And in this picture, it says 84 here. When he passed, he was 84 going on 85. Is he 84 here in this picture?
Yeah? Oh, no, I don't think so.
No, he's a little younger, but he's such youth and love and kindness in his eyes. There's just I'm so moved by this. I'm so moved by this. Now, when I pronounce this, it's the honorary Peter Kwaku,
Kweku.
Kwaku,
Kweku.
okay? Amoabeng,
Amoabeng.
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 So as far as I'm concerned, Africa has the most beautiful names in the world. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I think that, and we discussed this actually, yeah, we had a long discussion about this. Africa is completely misunderstood.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of stereotypes about Africa that I want to get out, and so we can create love for Africa. Because I'm going to give you an example, okay? At Florida Love, we have different groups, okay? We have Love Will Keep Us Together with 4,000 people, and it just keeps growing, and we just love each other. We have Love Circle, where we get together in person and we say, I love you. We have Roses for Change, where we give out thousands of roses and say, I love you. We've had Days of Love at churches, temples, recovery centers. I did it at Publix this morning when I got these roses. So that's called Roses for Change, and I'm going to play you the news shortly about Roses for Change. Then we have Florida Love Dating and Networking, which has over 30,000 people. Just people loving each other, looking for their true love, their soulmate, you know, the man or woman of their dreams. You know, and again, join all these groups, because the only requirement to be in a Florida Love group is to be loving, and love is free. Everything is free. Then we have a group called Love Songs, which just hit 313,000. Thousands join every week. So, I mean, Love Songs is a perfect example about God is love. I loved one person, and now it's 313,000 people from all over the world spreading love. Everybody in the world wants to love and be loved. So I'm just going to give an example. So, Florida Love Dating and Networking, somebody posts from Nigeria, and he says, I'm just looking for a friend. I mean, I started crying. So someone wrote back, I hate Nigerians. I'm going to start crying again. That person was blocked and removed from the group as quickly as humanly possible, because the requirement of the group is to be loving. And I friended that person who needed a friend. There's so many stereotypes about Africa, about famine, about, you know, Nigerians are scammers, you know, or, you know, they're, you know, people go to Africa, they go there for a safari. Well, I'm sure the most beautiful part of Africa we're going to hear about is Ghana. Or like the locals in Ghana, that mall you were telling me about. So all these stereotypes are not true. There's scammers everywhere.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
Down the road.
There's famine everywhere, not just in
Never
Africa.
know.
And, you know, it's like, let's all love each other. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. By now, you know, we could all pass, let's all love each other. So, what I learned from Yah is, you know, African Americans, I love them so much. Now, there's no color in saying African American. The thing about African American is they're from Africa. And it goes back hundreds and thousands of years to slavery. So that's all there. You know, we got to understand that. And another thing about being human is to be compassionate and to be understanding. That's love. And Yah was sharing with me about that castle you were sharing with me.
Elmira Castle.
Yeah, there's a castle where they used to take the slaves. This is, again, hundreds of years back. This is before America even started. So we got to think where people as human beings are coming from and love them. Just love them.
Yeah.
So when I saw George Floyd, that officer put his knee on his neck for over 8 minutes and the life came out of him, I started crying. I just started crying. And I said to myself, I got to do something about this. Now, my idol is Martin Luther King. So I'm on my way to the show with 6 dozen roses, and I said to Martin Luther King, what should I do? And he says, go out and hand out roses to every African American. And that's what I did. So the news covered it, not just in the newspaper, but the TV news. That's called Roses for Change. And that's transforming the world with love. So I'm going to show you the 2 different TV newses that covered it. Each one at a time, so you can see what Roses for Change is all about. Please play the first news.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. So I have a question. When you hear that I handed out roses to every African American and that every African American was holding a rose in Publix and Whole Foods, what is that like for you?
I think it's, for me to love so intensely like you do is amazing. Because I have to say, when I first met you, I was like, wow, that's a lot of love there, you know? Because I was like, oh, nobody goes around saying I love you. That's big words, usually in an intimate space, you know, for me anyway. And so when you say it and you say it so with nothing behind it, especially the fact you don't even know who I am, I find that really, it's just beautiful. I think that's what, if you're a believer, you know, I believe that you are, that's what Jesus wants every single person to be able to do that. Interact with another being like that. I know I'm not there.
That's right. And what would the world be? What would South Florida, what would, the entire United States be if we all could say, I love you to your neighbor, to your next door, to your work colleagues? It would be a different nation.
With nothing behind
with
it. There's
no
hidden
strings
agenda.
attacked.
Yeah, no strings attached.
Not, I'll do this for you. I'll be
Yeah.
nice to you if you do this for me, but just pure love. You're my neighbor, you're my friend, and I love you. It would be a different
so
nation.
Just because, with no expectations of anything in return. I
Right.
love you. I love you so much, so much, so much.
Yeah.
Like we're holding these roses.
Yes, right
it's
here.
so
I love you so much,
The
so much,
roses
so
are-
much.
Yes, we've got a whole dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazzling
and
red
also,
noses.
yeah, you shared with me about when you were in grade school.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? And you were in England, right?
Yes,
London, England.
absolutely.
What happened in grade school?
Well, so around 10 or 11, I mean, I remember the name, Seneca High School. And actually, we both were in the school. And probably out of 1,000 children, maybe 3 or 4 Black or African children, we being 2 out of that. And yes, there was racism. I was bullied and I was called names that, doesn't make anybody feel good. And between the two of us, my sister here would just beat people up if they were going to, which is awesome. Which is awesome, though. I was a little quieter than that. But it really hurt my feelings. And where people say sticks and stones will break your bones, but, names will never hurt you. Oh, they do. And that's for any child, woman, man, adult, that words do hurt. But if we could always speak words of love and just build people up, even our children, what we say to them, we have to watch ourselves. We have to be careful that we're speaking to our children with love, that we don't name call and do different things like that, because it does go to the cellular level. It does create memory. It does create pain. But, obviously growing up, we had plenty of friends and all of that. And, it's not something that I carry or hold. I don't carry or hold grudges or anything like that. To me, love is the greatest thing. Mm-hmm. How did you feel growing up in grade school?
Apart from beating people up. I didn't beat people up all the time. I mean,
Just a few.
I was the Robin Hood of the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Okay? But I did it in love, right, Ken?
Yeah, you did, but you protected yourself
I did.
Yes.
in this school.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what names did they call you?
Well,
I want to get it out because honestly, I want people to know what it's like.
yeah. Well, I mean, the N word was used, and everybody knows what that is, and just
Okay,
all kinds
so
of
what you're
different
saying
words.
is nigger.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. So when you're called a nigger, that hurts.
Well, of course.
Well, here in America, it's different. I think it's different. They use it.
Well, no.
differently,
Well, no, because if a white person says that to you,
Yeah. So these people.
know.
Okay. So it's different if again I don't like to label, but we'll just do it for the show. When a white person says it to you, it's different than a black person saying it to you.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely,
Different
yes.
connotation.
And honestly, with our circle of friends, African Americans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, honestly, I don't really have any friends that we say as for fun either, So to me, it's always been pretty, it's not a great word for me.
Yeah. So that's a hurtful term.
Sure.
That's a hurtful term. And I want to get it out because I want people to know that it hurts. It's not love. Love is saying I love you. So you're in this school and, people are calling you names.
Oh, sure.
Right. Now, so I did Ancestry, right? Mm-hmm. I came out 100% European Jewish.
Okay.
Do I look 100% European Jewish?
Maybe European.
Maybe European.
It could be
but I'm just
Jewish
saying,
too.
it's
I
like,
mean,
it's
is
like
there a
this is
look?
the craziness of the world we live in. And I really wanted, that's why it's so important to me to love you, love Africa, because we're all human beings.
Absolutely. And Africa is beautiful. Africa is, you go there and people embrace you, love you, feed you, introduce you to their family. If you go to Ghana, you'd have the best of times. It's a beautiful country. Obviously, we love it. It's our country. But Africa is a beautiful country. It truly is. And honestly would educate our children and change them from a heart level if people had the chance to go to Africa.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
when I was growing up, like, everybody thought I looked Italian, okay?
I can see
So when
that.
I would go dancing at the discos, that was like the John Travolta time. When I went to the restroom, people would say things about Jews. They're cheap, They're rich, they have all the money, they own everything, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, again, my family, half of them were killed by Hitler
Yeah,
in concentration camps
absolutely.
from anti-Semitism. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we're all human beings. Let's all love each other.
Yeah.
And the hardest person for me to forgive was Hitler, and to love him as a human being. He was a little kid once. So I don't forget, but I forgive so I'm free.
Yeah.
And it's very important for us to just forgive and love, forgive and love. And I'm getting this all out on the show because I want people to understand what we say hurts. It hurts. So that's why I look in people's eyes and I see all the love. Like, to me, you look like two little girls, two beautiful little girls.
You're our best friend right now. Wow.
So you brought up kids, okay? So the second place that I gave out roses was to teenagers in the Milagro Center. And I said I love you to them. They hadn't heard I love you in years. In years. From parents, siblings. So please play the news where I give out roses to teenagers.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love,
I love you.
and he now uses roses to let people know it.
I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them, and even longer since they have been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring South Florida. Just send us your ideas to inspire.
Wow. So Chris Gilmore is the reporter there. I love you, Chris Gilmore. Mwah. And I love you, all the teenagers there that I got to love. And they lit up. So when I first walked in, they're just standing around doing nothing really. But when I gave them roses, we ended up dancing at the end. That's the power of love. So what's it like for you to see that news?
It's true. I think I have teenagers, 3 boys, and it's true. I don't know, and I have boys, and so reaching out to them, connecting with them, letting them know that that we as parents love them every day. I think it's really important at this time because they're impressionable, and so I always, for me, showing my love is somehow throughout the day. Touching them, even if I'm grazing by them or touching their hair or something, to let them know, to connect with them. That's how I really try to connect with them and show them how much we care for them, because I think it's really important right now.
So you have 3 boys.
I have 4 boys.
You have 4 boys.
4 boys.
How old are they?
I have 18, 16, 14, and 12.
And what's their names?
Josiah, Daniel, Yao, and Jonathan.
Okay. Would you like to say something to them right now?
I love you. I really do.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, right.
Yeah, you really do.
I do.
She does.
And
she does.
when they watch this, they'll see that Mom says, I love you. And to me, there's nothing greater than it, for me, to hear I love you from my parents or I'm proud of you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
For your kids to love you.
Yeah.
And to me, every day is Mother's Day. Every day to love. We only have now.
We only have now, yes. Yeah, and I have 4 children as well, 2 boys and 2 girls. I have an 18-year-old son. His name is Manasseh. Oh, sorry, 22-year-old son. That's funny. He's going to be like, Mom, really? 22-year-old son. He's Manasseh. My next child is Eliana, and she's 20. Azaria is 18, and Matthias is 12. And honestly, I just love to hug them. And sometimes, I forget, and my 22-year-old, he comes and hugs me. My 12-year-old, sometimes he'll see me running around and doing this and that. And he said, Mom, I haven't given you a hug today. You need it more than I do. And that just like melts my heart. Our children, we need the love. Our children need the love. We all truly do need to give that love to each other. And holding our children is one of the most powerful ways to feel that love, Yeah,
so I love the names. So do those names, are they from Africa?
Well, my children, they all their middle names are from Africa. The first names are pretty much Hebrew names. Manasseh, the tribes of Manasseh and Ephraim. My daughter Eliana means God has answered me. My daughter Azaria is Jehovah is my help. And then Matthias was actually the 13th disciple. Then their middle names are actually, in our tribe in Ghana, their middle names are whether they're a girl or a boy in the day they were born. My oldest son, Manasseh, his middle name is Kwejo. He's a boy born on a Monday. Then Eliana was born on Thursday, so her middle name is mine, plus her grandmother's name, Louise. Then Zaria, her middle name is Akua, and then my son, last one, is Kofi, and he's a boy born on a Friday. And Afua has a similar with her middle names for her boys.
So in Ghana, we everyone's first names depends on the day they were born. And so there's different names for every, the 7 days of the week. So
depending what tribe, you're from.
I have like tears in my eyes. I am so moved. I love this. And I love, again, it's so important for the world to learn about each other. So also, you come from a tribe and your mom is a queen mom, right?
She's the queen mother. Well, if she'd
Queen
chosen
mother.
that role, yes, she could have been.
She could have been in that
She
role.
could have been, yeah.
And what was the name of the tribe?
Kwewu. I think Kwewuning. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Kwewu.
So that's the name of your tribe?
Yeah. Yeah. My dad's Achim. That one I know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. So in Ghana,
There's
the
different
community,
villages.
each community is a tribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a queen mom
Yep, of that tribe, and a chief as well.
and a chief. We talked
Yeah.
about that. I
Yes,
asked them if they're a
yes.
king or a chief. And there's a chief as well.
Yeah.
And they're not
Yes.
married. There's just the queen mom and the chief. Sometimes they're
Yeah,
married,
so
sometimes
it's-
they're not.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I love this.
You're right.
I love this. It's so beautiful. And,
It
you know,
is.
Jan and I were sharing how, when I went to Jamaica, I have a friend who's in Kingston. And I went to Kingston and I stayed with him and I went into the mountains with him and it's so beautiful. So like I picture Ghana, like how beautiful it is.
Absolutely, yes.
And
And my husband's actually born in
and
Kingston.
Her husband's from Kingston.
So he's actually Jamaican.
So again, these are like the crazy
it's a beautiful
coincidences how God is
country.
spreading love.
Yes, absolutely.
So I just want to share a few things. First thing, my idol. Okay, so Martin Luther King, I have a dream. So I have a dream. That's why I created Florida Love. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal, all men and women are created equal, all human beings are created equal. Amen, amen, amen.
Amen.
My idol. You know, everybody who has stood for love, Jesus Christ, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, we could go on and on and on, have been killed, have been assassinated. Because in our world, which I'm transforming with love right now, it's easier for people to say F you and hate than to say I love you and love. As crazy as that sounds. So let's all say I love you and love. We only have now before we pass. So that was Martin Luther King's mission. That's my mission. That's my dream. And then Martin Luther King, he also said, we need leaders not in love with money, but in love with justice. Not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity. Humanity, justice. Again, these keep coming up. We're all human beings. We're all the same. I love you, Martin Luther King. I love you. You're my idol. I love you. So I want to read a few other things that I always live by. So I'm surrounded by love. And for me, I'm just going to go through a few things. This is like my room. We think we meet someone with our eyes, but we actually meet them with our soul. And that's how I met Yah. With our eyes and then with our souls. And then I met Afua, with our eyes and with our souls. One simple I love you can change everything for the better. It's simple. Just say I love you. I say I love you to everybody. So I just want to show you something because, so this was my Lyft driver a few weeks ago. I get in the Lyft and I say I love you to him. He's from Cuba. Oh, Angel. I called him Angel. We're in love. I didn't even know him. This is my Lyft driver. Yesterday, this is my shift delivery woman. She delivered a prescription from CVS. We fell in love. This is Kathy Love. And again, I just said I love you, love you, love you. So I love you, Kathy, and I love you, Angel. Love is simple. Just say I love you. So I love you. You're probably thinking you don't even know me. That's true. But if people can hate for no reason, I can love. Keep calm, because love is the answer. Love is the answer to everything. Love is everything. God is love. So while you're here, before you pass, go out and love everyone. And again, just try it on, see what happens. You know, say I love you and see what happens. And then Chris Gilmore said, maybe all you need is love. The Beatles had it right. All you need is love. All you need is love. That's it. And then you're free and you're happy. You know, everybody goes, oh, I want to be happy. Well, if you want to be happy, just say I love you to everybody. Love is no judgment. Love's no resentment. Love's no anger. Love's no violence. Love's no prejudice. It's no racism. It's no killing. Love is saying I love you. It's so simple. So simple.
Yes.
And it changes the world, transforms the world.
That's true.
So I also saw this the other day, which I loved. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Life is short. So before you pass, let's all love each other. Let's all love each other. So, you know, I was thinking about, we've had so many people who have passed, and too early. So one of them was Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Love him, love him, love him, love him, love him. So I'm going to play a song. So this song is from Love Songs, which has 313,000 people. Please join. And I saw this, and it's all child prodigies. So we're going to heal the world right now. We're going to heal the world. So please play the Heal the World.
Strong, it only cares for joyful giving. And if we try, we shall see. In this place we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. Then it feels in our woods, love not roots growing. So make a better world, make a better world. Heal the world. So blessed and so dear. Protect its beauty and splendor, don't let that disappear. Preserve our animals and plants and humankind as well, so that our future generations can have a story to tell. Protect us from evil and spread the word of good, of peace, love, justice, virtue, and brotherhood. Cause we only have one earth and we can't waste our motherland, so let's move as one force. I think it's time to take a stand. Could fly so high and let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. Watch the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if we cared enough for the living. Take a little space to make a better
Hey, guys.
I'm dancing with the child prodigies. Save the world for the living. Let's heal the world for the whole human race. There's only one race. Let's heal the world for the whole human race. So yeah, I didn't give you a chance to tell your beautiful children what you want to tell them on the show.
All right. Thank you. I love you. I love you all. They are teachers. I believe our children are given to us to teach us. And I just love all of them. Manasseh, I love you, all my heart. Eliana, ooh, my heart. Oh, yeah, I just love you so much. Azaria,
No
you've just
favorites now,
started college. And I miss you coming into my bathroom every day and stealing all my makeup. I love you so much. And Matthias, oh my gosh, my heart you're the one that just keeps me going all the time. So I just want to tell you all, you are my light, my soul, my heart. I love you so much. And I love my husband, Horatio, and just so grateful to have them all in my life. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Afua, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh yeah, I gotta say that. I do love you, Matthew, my husband. That's not an afterthought either, 'cause we were talking about children, so that's right.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm in tears right now just hearing how much you love your children and your husbands. Oh, it's so beautiful.
I mean, it is work. It's a mindful thing, an awareness to love. Don't you think, Ken? I mean, I know you're in a place to do that every single day, but before, when you started, didn't you think you had to think about it? Do you think it's not something that comes easy to people, that connection you're talking about?
Not at all. For human beings. Now, for kids, it comes easy because there's no language.
Absolutely.
But no, for me, before this whole thing of just saying I love you to everybody, no, it was hard because it's easier for human beings, like I said, to hate and say F you.
Right.
Than to love and say I love you. It's just easier. Right. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Oh,
just
get out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone. You know, it's easier.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to be vulnerable. I don't have to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's easier. It's safe.
Yes.
There's no risk of getting hurt, right?
Right.
What happens if I say I love you and someone doesn't say it back? So they don't say it back.
Yeah.
My last words to you will be I love you. And if I pass right now, I love you both so much.
We love you.
And I love you even more so much because I dedicated a song to you today that I want to play. Okay? So play the song. Okay, Sabrina?
Never seen you shine so bright. Ooh, ooh. I've never seen so many men ask you if you wanted to dance, looking for a little romance and giving half a chance. And I have never seen your dress you're wearing or the highlight in your hair that catch your eyes. I have been blind, lady in red is dancing with me. Cheek to cheek, there's nobody here. It's just you and me. Where I wanna be, but I hardly know. The way you look tonight, I never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. I never seen you shine so bright. You were amazing. Whoa, and I never seen so many people wanna be there by your side. When you turned me and smiled, it took my breath away. And I have never had such a feeling of complete and utter love as I do tonight. Lady in red is dancing with me. There's nobody here. It's just you and me. Where I wanna be, but I hardly know. This beauty by my side, oh, 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 I never forget. Lady in red is dancing with me. There's nobody here. It's just you and me. Where I wanna be, but I hardly know. This beauty by my side, oh, 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 I never forget. The way you look tonight,
So I'm dancing with these two gorgeous ladies in red.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Yes, I
haven't
love
heard
that.
That rendition, well, was it that edition?
Yeah,
That cover.
That was
So
really
that's
fun.
the Pacific Love Band.
Beautiful.
When I saw that on Love Songs, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, why did I play that?
Well, we're in red.
Yes.
And then obviously it's a reggae,
Yes.
which is connected with, obviously, Jamaica and Africa, because we're all one. And it's about love. Yeah, absolutely. Because we are
Didn't
one.
I ask you about a love song with your dad, Peter? And what song did you tell me?
Oh, that was me.
Was
I
that
picked
you?
it. Yes,
You did?
And what song did you tell me?
Lady in Red.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So-
that.
So that's why I played it.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, with Dad, loving Dad. So Dad's
Yes.
with us right now, and I just have to say, I am in love with Dad, Peter.
Yeah, we love that.
So tell me about your love for your dad.
Whew, yes. Wow.
I'd like to say something is that, it's funny you should ask us that question because it was hard. We weren't really in talking terms as much, but I think we've had to think about that. The fun times we had when we were growing up, where he used to take us, and the time, on Sundays he'd play on the piano and we'd all sing and hub around the piano. And there were little
Absolutely.
times, and bringing up and realizing that we're not all perfect. We're parents now.
Yeah.
And, we do our best. And I always say to my kids that you're a better version of who we are right now. And so,
and they we want better for
yeah,
them.
we do. I know that I'm
Yeah.
not perfect as a parent. So because of you, Ken, we really have looked into the happy times we had with our father. And I wish I'd had more time with him and put away my, like you're saying, your hates or your disgruntled, the disgruntled moments with him and disagreeable moments, and just because now that it doesn't matter, he's not here for us to have more laughs now that he's in his later years, and seeing him poorly and looking after him. We were there the last 2 months of his life and looking after him and talking to him. It was just like, there was a pouring. We had more love for him then.
Yes,
that we wish we had gone earlier to really give him that love that he needed at that time.
Yes, absolutely. I was actually going to lead with that when we saw him in 2017 when my mum turned 80, and then in 2020 when he was sick, and I'm personally with him, and he had declined to the point that he was being taken care of. My heart it just breaks when you see your parent not what they used to be, and you are feeding them and they are not talking in full sentences to you. Everything, your whole heart just breaks open, and I feel like from that time I feel like my love grew so much in that short time, and now I really love my father, and I wish I had had more times to have gone back to Ghana to spend time with him.
And so when I hear people, sorry, Ken, but it always blows me away when someone says, I haven't spoken to my parents for 5, 10, 20 years, because I'm like, wow, they're alive right now, and you're saying that, because it really doesn't matter. We are here for such a short period,
and the time goes quickly. I hadn't spoken to my father for a while, not really on purpose, just living in 2 different continents basically, but they brought us here. They do the best in life they can do. Yes. And
I'm so grateful. And I think now that our mum's alive and she's in her 80s, I really feel like, we're trying to do more for her and
spend time with her.
Yes. And allowing our kids to see her more, because grandparents that reflects who we are. And I think they have so much more to share as well. So.
Yeah, and our parents aren't here forever.
Beautiful, so beautiful. So Grace Love wrote in, spreading love to us and loving us. Love you, love you, love you, Grace Love. Love you, love you. And she's saying how much she loves us.
Oh, thank
so
you.
Please
we
comment.
Love you too.
Please send the comments in. So I want to show the slideshow of your dad, because he's so amazing, handsome, and kind and beautiful. I just love him so much. I love Peter so much. So could you please play the slideshow? So what's it like to see that slideshow?
Yeah, it definitely brings memories. That was 2017, is that when you said? When we both went with our families, and for my mum's birthday, And he was walking up, out and about, and then 3 years later, just literally 3 years later, he just took a turn and went down, and things happen just like that. And words, the love was not shared at that time as much as we could have shared. And the hugs that we could have given, the kisses that we could have given, we didn't do that. And so I definitely reach out more to my mom, because you just don't know.
You just never know.
Wealth of information just gone. So much I didn't know about my dad until after the fact,
Yeah.
So your dad's with us right now. What would you love to say to him?
Oh, I love you, Dad. Hope you're great. Come and see me. Tell me where the gold is. What's it like up there? That's what I'd say.
And, you know, I just, you know, love to say, you know, love you, Dad, and wish I could have spent more time with you and had my children get to know you more as grandpa, and just had you more in our lives, you know. So, but I hope you're in a better place and,
Not
yeah.
in so much pain.
Not in so much pain. And I love you. We love you. It's a family.
Beautiful. So beautiful. Love you, Peter. Dad, love you, love you, love you. So, I love you both so much. And it's just been such an honor to love you and to love your dad on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I don't think we've had something like this before, so.
Made this honor. It's an honor to be on your show. Thank you.
To do something like this, yes.
It really is. It's beautiful. I feel the love. I feel it's just so big, this space, and what you're creating is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to hug everyone now, you know?
She does already.
I don't say I love you, because honestly, that's a big word to say. That's 3 words that, they don't just fall out my mouth to anyone. Just like the way you do it. It's amazing.
It's freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love you, love you, love you so much. Both of you so much. Love you, love you, love you, Afua. Love you, love you, love you, Ya.
Thank you. Thank you. We love you too. This has
Love
been.
you, love you, love you, Peter.
Thank you. It's been amazing.
So before I end the show, is there anything else you'd love to say to Dad?
I think it's been definitely an interesting journey. Like I said earlier, you know, Dad, we would have loved to spend more time with you. It's interesting now with our mom, you know, here, and how much she also was there helping my dad every day when we were there while he was sick. And so that says a lot too. And I just want to say, you know, we love you, children love you, you're the grandpa, and they'll always remember that.
Come and see us sometime. That's what I like to say.
Well, I love you, love you, love you. I love you, Dad, so much. And I just want to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Love you so much.
It's been amazing. Really appreciate that.
So I want to thank all you lovers for watching the Florida Love Show today. Loving Peter, Afua and Ya's dad, loving Afua and Ya, loving the world, spreading love all over the world. Grace, I love you, love you. Thank you for spreading the love also and commenting. So go out, say I love you to everyone if you want, you know. We only have now. Before I pass, we pass, the world passes. We only have now. So as I end every little, every show, I love you. Who can you give a rose to? You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.